Last night into today, Spirit has just laid a really, really strong message in my heart, and I think someone needs to hear it. And I'm going to pull some tarot about it. I am using the Herbal Tarot. I've talked about this deck before. It is one of my favorite decks to use. It was a gift from a really great friend of mine years ago, but a friend of mine that I've known since like my freshman year in college. Now, the energy of the message that I've been getting is that it is time for you to reopen your heart. I know this message was specifically for me, but I also just really felt like someone else needed to hear it. You know, like even if it's not like a spiritual thing, me as Sam Brown, as a just normal human being, I felt like this was something that someone else needed to hear. So let's get into it. Overall message for today is that if you do not allow yourself to feel the pain, then you do not allow yourself to heal. If you're not feeling the things that you've been through and you're simply just trying to push them away out of fear of disappointment, fear of the pain, you're never going to heal and recover from that past situation. Some of you are dealing with depression based off of something that you feel like you've lost from the past or something that you walked away from. See, in this situation, you really chose yourself and you chose you, and you are continuing to choose you, but there's a part of you that can't let go of what the other option could have been, and can't let go of what the possibility could have been if you would have done things differently in the past, or if someone else would have done things differently in the past. But you continuing to look back at that situation and look back at the past longingly and with disappointment and with fear of what you might have missed out on is going to keep you in a state of depression and keep you in a place where you're continuing to miss out on things in the present. Some of you probably are looking back at a past partner. I'm feeling like this is more romantic, but it doesn't have to be. That the partner that they're looking back at is someone that was not in their power. It's somebody who was not in their alignment. And therefore, by continuing to look back at that person and continuing to not allow the pain to come in and not allow the healing to start, you are keeping yourself out of your power. You're not in your power if you're constantly just focusing on someone who is not in their power, especially if it's a past version of them. Some of you may be sitting here thinking now, well, what if they've changed? What if they're not the same person anymore? I looked at their social media and they seem to be posting different types of content. I looked at their social media. I don't see them with another girlfriend, boyfriend, partner. I don't see them with someone new. What if they've been, just as sad as I've been staying single? What if this, what if that? But it doesn't matter. If they were not for you then they are not for you now. And it's as simple as that. If that person was meant to come back around and be in your life, it would happen naturally. It would happen in a way that was undeniable. It would happen in a way that flowed naturally to where when you met them, it'd be like you were meeting a whole new person because of how much they've changed. And if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to come back into your life, they would. If they wanted to keep you in their life, they would have done what it took to keep you the whole time. And I am so sorry, because I know for some of you, this is the exact thing that you feared. You were afraid of this. You were afraid of receiving this message, receiving this realization, afraid of accepting the fact that this person just simply is not for you and it's time to let them go. And I'm so sorry that you're feeling that pain, but whatever you do, do not close up your heart and do not lock the door that you've already had closed on your heart. It is time for the walls to come down. It is time for the defensiveness, that feeling of constantly having to go to battle, that feeling of constantly having to have your guard up so that you can't break down or so that you can't grieve. It's time to let that go. This pain is no longer for you. You've moved on in so many other ways. It's time for you to move on from the pain too. It's a lot easier said than done, and it is a hard process. It is a hard thing to go through. It's a hard thing to start. But what you have to understand is that the pain that you've been through, the trauma that you've been through, all of the things that you've been through up to this point, they have prepared you and given you the battle skills and the warrior knowledge to move forward now. It's going to hurt and it's going to be so heartbreaking to finally move on, but it's also going to be so liberating, because the very thing that you were afraid of, accepting that is going to be the very thing to lead you to what's going to make it all worth it. Some of you have gotten too caught up on this idea of a soulmate, of a twin flame, of a other half, of things like that, and you've gotten so caught up on what that's supposed to look like or what that is supposed to be like. But I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? A normalized relationship is completely made up. Our society has completely made up what a normal relationship looks like, has completely made up what normal dating looks like. You have gotten so caught up in your head on what a normal relationship looks like for you, and what a healthy relationship looks like for you, and what a soulmate looks like for you, and what that kind of partner would do for you, or what kind of gap that partner would fill in your life, that you have completely lost touch of the things that you could actually need, and the good things that actually could be brought to you by a partner. I'm a big person on independence, on self-healing, on self-reliance and things like that, but there are certain things and certain fruits that a partner could bring into your life, and you're not allowing that to happen because you're so caught up on what a partner should look like, or what kind of partner you have convinced yourself that you want or need. Finally, you are not hopeless. You are not unlovable. You are not incapable of receiving another person's passion or compassion. You are capable of all of those things. You are capable of love. You are capable of receiving love. You are capable of receiving compassion. You are capable of finding a soulmate that is perfect and right for you and no one else. Look at me in my eyes. You are capable of being loved that way, of having someone who looks at you and continues to choose you every single day. You're capable of that, and you're deserving of it. It doesn't matter what your past is, it matters what you are doing right now to change yourself, to change to be a better person, to change your world, to change your atmosphere, to change your life. That is what matters. And right now, what is needed, the change that is needed, is for you to finally let the pain in, let the heartbreak in, let all of it in, and heal, so that you can also let the love in. It's time to open your heart back up. Break the distractions that you have been holding on to so hard that keep your focus locked on everything but what you should be focusing on, because right now you need to be focusing on that past heartbreak so that you can let it go. You need to fully grieve and start that grieving process, and then start to focus on allowing love into your life. That doesn't have to be romantic love. That can be communal love. That can be friendship love. That can be family love. That can be the love of a pet. But you need to start allowing love in all shapes, all forms, all facets back into your life and back into your heart. Stop trying to hold on to everything and just let it go. If it's meant to stay, it will. And if it's not, it will leave, and that's okay. And it is just time to grieve what won't stay so you can enjoy what will.